iConnect Mortgages. And welcome back, Varan, again for another show.
Thank you, Jennifer, for having me. How are you doing?
Excellent, thank you. You know, all things considered, still working from home and getting things done and being productive, both on a personal and a professional level. And how about yourself?
Same thing. It's still working. I'm actually working from the office right now, and things are looking better.
Yeah.
And I'm sure things are going to get even better over the next few weeks.
Yeah, excellent. So Varan, we haven't talked. We missed last week. You had a busy week and we weren't able to schedule an episode, but give us an update on what's been happening this past week in the mortgage and lending world.
So mortgage and lending world, the number of transactions we are seeing in regards to the purchases are coming down. We know the obvious reason is COVID-19. People are not doing that many purchases, and there's not many listings on MLS either. But it's interesting to see in terms of the rates. So rates are starting to come down about 25 basis points compared to last time we spoke.
Okay, so where are the mortgage rates at?
On a variable right now, if you're a first-time home buyer putting less than 20% down, on a variable, you're getting a 2.35%.
Wow, 2.35%?
Variable.
I don't think I've seen 2.35 since probably 2009, 10, somewhere in around there.
Yeah. So that's down from almost that's almost down by another 20-25 basis points compared to last week. On a 5-year fix, the best available rate right now is 2.79.
2.79. That's still pretty good.
Yeah, it's still pretty good. And compared to last week, it was closer to 2.99.
So a 5-year variable fixed, that's 2.79 would be for somebody that's putting 20% down, correct?
Yes.
And so what about on fixed rates?
So that wasn't a fixed rate with the 2.7.
Sorry, not the variable. The other one. So
variable, someone putting less than 20% down is 2.35. Someone putting 20% down, variable is 2.45.
Okay.
And on a 5-year fixed, 25 amortization, 20% down, 2.79.
Okay. All right. So anything else key that we should know? What's been happening? What have you been hearing on your conferences, that kind of stuff? Market updates, what's been going on?
So the lenders are doing their best to keep the business as usual. If you're employed and if you are still working, business as usual. And there's a couple of situations I can give you an example. So for an example, one of the client wanted to do a purchase, spouse got temporarily laid off, and other spouse is still working, the husband, Mr. is still working. So it's kind of an odd situation. The letter specifically mentioned that she'll be back to work when this pandemic is over. So we were able to secure them an approval with the major lender, kind of saying that the wife is not working, but she is still getting a government grant of $2,000, and they kind of justify that and rationalize that, and we were able to secure them an approval for their dream home they've been looking to buy for over a year. So lenders are making an exception case by case, even though there are some issues regards to employment.
What else have you been seeing going on?
We're seeing a lot of clients we are seeing a lot of clients calling to set up a secure line of credit, or they want to put all the debts together because the mortgage rates are lower. So if they have a credit card debt, they want to do a consolidation. So it's kind of ease up the cash flow, and also they're paying less interest as well. So we are seeing quite a bit of those as well. So I think we kind of went through the wave of mortgage deferrals. So we are not getting many of those calls anymore. I think people have figured out if they keep working, they keep paying the mortgage, and whoever wants to get deferred, I think that's all being taken care of.
Now, what's happening in the world of refinances? Like people that want to refinance their homes. I know you're touching on it a little bit. with people wanting to consolidate debt and stuff like that and get secured lines of credit. So what's happening with refinances?
Most of the major banks and the B lenders, they're lending up to 80% still, as long as the appraisal comes in okay. In my experience, I cannot speak on behalf of everyone. So in our experience, in my brokerage experience, we are not seeing a significant downfall in appraisal value.
Okay. Now, what about appraisals? Are you seeing there being difficulty getting appraisals done during this time, or are they being done less? Are they doing more drive-by and just say walking around the property, or are they still looking to go into the home? What are you hearing on your end?
But to be honest, appraisals are much easier and much quicker than before.
Okay.
So appraisals, so banks are trying to do as much as possible on a drive-by appraisal, if they have to. But if they had to do a full appraisal, it's actually things got better. The appraisals are not going into the house. So let's say, for example, we have a buyer client who wants to get an appraisal done from the bank. So appraisal will call the listing agent or the seller. They will take some photos of the house and they'll be uploaded to the appraiser and they will do a comparables. So you're actually eliminating the human being in the house. So prior to this, appraisal has to make a visit. It's mandatory to make a visit. Right now, they don't need to go in, so the reports are coming much quicker than before.
Okay. Now, what have you seen any problems with closings with any of your clients? Have you had any experience over the last week or two where there's been some challenges come closing time where the lenders maybe have decided they're not going to fund or they're not going to forward the money for closing?
So we haven't seen any issues, and I don't think so. No one should be seeing any issues. So I think we mentioned the last week as well, or week before that. So if your mortgage is being approved prior to March 25th, and even if you lost your job, or if you are temporarily laid off or permanently laid off, the lenders are honoring the approval. So there's no reason you cannot get the financing done, especially on the, like they may put back the approval on a refinances, but are not on the purchases. They're honoring the approval if you were employed prior to March 25th. So personally, I haven't seen any issues regards to the not having the closing done.
Okay. All right, excellent. All right, well, thanks for coming on today. And if I don't know if there's anything you want to add at the end here, but I think that's some great information for today. And if you want to tell people how to get a hold of you as well, if they have any specific questions, or they can just post them below.
Sure, you can Google up iConnectMortgages.ca, or my cell number is 905-999-7193. Thank you for having me, Jennifer. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.